take those interests that you have and post about them, because again, you are going to be able to, relate to people, or even post it. And this is another tip of mine. End your post with a question, because then those people are going to be more likely to say, like one of mine is, I'm obsessed with planning as stupid as this sounds, planning parties for kids. And I go like completely all out. I'm like insane about it. So if I am posting or, working on a party, I could easily post a question of, hey guys, I have to do a ton of helium balloons. What's the best way to do that? Or something like that. Or post a picture and say, I'm doing a party, which would you select? Anything that's going to get engagement. And then again, you can take either those likes or comments into a conversation and build off of that same, the same topic. You don't go right into fitness or right into inviting them. Like Chelsea said, build that relationship with them first. I have a few another thing that I've been doing recently that actually has been working really well. I don't know if any of you have a fit or a like page. I get a lot of questions of, what do I post on there? Do I post the same thing on there as my own wall? For a while I've had mine open for, I want to say a year now, and it is a slow journey of getting followers on there. What I have done recently is I used to have an ongoing free group, and I would run like a free weekend there it was like sometimes once a month, sometimes twice a month, but it was the same people in there. I would try to add new people or ask people to add new people in there. But again, I was getting people that I'm not typically, I might not have a similar interest with them or whatnot. So I decided to close my free group, and I'm basically treating my fit page and doing my free groups on there. For example, this week I did zucchini week because I have so many zucchini in my garden. I posted about that so that I could have people who can relate to me, who do gardens, grow zucchinis, eat zucchini. And I have been doing zucchini week where I go live and share how I make my zucchini recipes all week. And I have gotten people to comment and like or ask like, where's the next recipe or whatnot, who I'm not friends with them. I know nothing about them, and it must just be the algorithms of Facebook, and it adds to that I am doing live videos in there. So I'm hoping that helps a lot too. So that's another way to find friends, again, of a similar interest. And like the wake up call, she said, do free groups that aren't necessarily health related. And although zucchini and cooking kind of is. I have a list of ones that I'm going to do as well. A big one is like back to school or, anything coming up or whatnot. But again, that I can relate to. Or, toddler, I have a 4-year-old home crafts or whatever for toddlers or something like that. Something that I can relate to people to. For Instagram stories, my biggest tip here is be you. Share your fitness, but also share everything else that you do, because people, again, are going to be able to relate to you. If you only share, your workouts or that you're eating clean, the person that you were before this journey is going to watch this and think, okay, she has it well together, but I'm way back here and I'm stuck and I don't know how to get to where she is now. So share it. One thing that I have been doing this week is I have a tracker sheet that I created. I'll show it to you guys. And it goes with the containers, obviously. And I just put it in a little sheet and I hang it up on my fridge and I check off my boxes. So every time when I eat this week, I am sharing with them what I'm checking off, what the foods are or whatever, and sharing a lot with them. And I'm even sharing, if you need help with this, message me and I will send you a copy of this or whatever. So I'm showing them that yesterday I sucked and didn't get all my containers in. I'm sharing that I'm picking back up today. I'm sharing that I am giving you free value because I'm going to give you the sheet, and I'm sharing that I'm still a real person or whatnot. So I think that has been very helpful. Also, ask for advice and tips. You can always say, swipe up and message me and do this with anything. Do it with your interest list. Do it with what you struggle with, anything like that. But again, still give value. So like I'm giving value in my sheet or whatnot. And then my other tip is, while it's good to find new friends, don't forget to continuously form and make friends with your older friends. So, for example, I have people who I have chatted with before and, for whatever reason, lost track of them or did track with them and they're ignoring me or whatnot. start back up and put them into your forming list and just start up a conversation. Something as simple as the other day, I had a girl and we had been chatting, as stupid as it sounds, the weather and fall and wanting to wear leggings again. And I woke up yesterday morning to, she had posted something about people being crazy about not wanting fall, and she tagged me in it. So, you know, it was about the weather, yet that obviously, you know, she was thinking about it the next day enough to tag me. So there's our friendship that we're building or whatever. And then going off of Sam's question, when do you invite them after adding them as a friend? Like Chelsea said, it really depends on how my conversation is going. I don't have a specific timeline of, okay, add them this day, and then 2 weeks later send an invite, or, you know, a week later send an invite. You're going to get different feedback from everybody. Some people don't respond to anything that I say and completely ignore me every time I message them. Some people will talk my ear off about every issue that they have, and it's crazy. Some people will respond with yes, no, or the stupid thumbs up. So it really just varies on, you know, how I feel the conversation is going. Do I make sure that the conversation is geared towards fitness or health or something like that before I send an invite? Absolutely not. And I probably get more people, you know, I have more conversations with people that aren't about fitness related at all, and I invite them and they aren't interested. So don't feel, and I hear from my coaches all the time, like, I can't make the conversation into fitness or whatnot. You don't need to. You just need to be genuine. You just have to have the intentions of wanting to help people. You have to build some type of relationship with them, whether it's, you know, sometimes it's 3 conversations, but then I feel good that, you know, they would need this in their life. So it really just varies. As much of an answer as that sucks, that's my answer.
I loved that answer. I thought it was good. And awesome tips. I mean, same with what Chelsea shared and Nicole. I think these tips are, I don't know, they might seem simple to you, but they're effective, right? Like, so much of our success is based on the quality of friendships that we have versus the number of friends that we have. Like, I'd rather have you guys add a bunch of people based on the tips that you've heard so far, really connect with them and form with them. And I love Nicole's tip of, like, don't just add them, form them, invite them, and then ditch them. Like, go back and continue to form that friendship and the connection. And it's so important. Then that's how you'll get people to eventually sign up. So I have a couple tips for you guys as well, and then we'll get into questions. And I want to touch base on that whole thing where the 10% savings is being removed, because lots of people have asked me about that. So I'll get to that afterwards. So my tips now are, we're transitioning to all on Instagram. I love Instagram stories, and so I use that as well to talk about non-health and fitness stuff. What I get, for some reason, I get so much questions and feedback when I'm talking about my hair. Like, I obviously just got my hair done, but before this, my hair was super long, and I would talk about, I like never brushed my hair, you guys. And so I went live, not even live, I just did like the 15-second clips where I was like trying to brush my hair, and I had the timestamp, and I was like, it took me like 20 minutes to brush my hair. And then I was like, what detangler should I use? And then I got like 25 people to message me about detanglers or this Tangle teaser, which I eventually got from Amazon, and I posted about it. People went crazy over that, and they're like, oh my God, you need this product, or I don't brush my hair either. So like, clearly I'm not into the hair business, but I was attracting a lot of people to me based off of my experience with that. Another example of what I did on an Instagram story is I don't know if you guys follow Ashley Robustiano, but, and some of you guys might do this, she takes her Energize like a shot. Like, she has the scoop, puts that on her tongue, and then takes swigs water. And so I was like, I'm going to try it, and I'm going to try it live. And I did it, and it was awful, as you might expect. I like choked on myself, and it was so tart. And I got a coach to sign up from it because she was like, oh my God, it looks like you really hated that. And I was like, it was the worst thing ever. But then we started talking about pre-workouts, and then blah, blah, blah. I invited her, and she ended up signing up. So be yourself on Instagram stories. People do not want to see the edited version of you. Like, when I like cough and sneeze, or the other day, I started recording myself, and I had something in my tooth, and I like picked it out. And And then I continued on, and then people like were laughing, they typed ha ha ha, and like even ha ha ha, that's the start of a conversation and a friendship. So be yourself on Instagram stories. And then all of my other tips, you guys, oh, sorry, one quick tip. On Instagram stories, I have been inviting everybody that is not a coach to join me. And let me pull up the exact script so I can tell you guys, because I did this on Friday. I went through everybody that watches my posts, and then I messaged them. I went to their page first to, sorry, I'm bad at multitasking. I went to their page first to make sure that they weren't a coach, and I still hit some coaches. And also Jess Vunk and I invited the same girl who's already a coach on our team, so that was totally my bad. I like Chelsea's tip, make sure there's no mutual friends. But I said, hey Becky, I see you watching my Insta stories. Thanks so much for the support. Are you curious in learning more about my workouts or what I do as a coach? Or were you just being super awesome and catching a glimpse of my journey? So short and sweet, copy paste. And I sent it to everyone because while I'm talking about my hair and my dog and wine and all of that, I'm also showing my workouts and showing what I do as a coach and things like that. So it's fine for me to say that. So, and that's all the conversations I have right now this week are from sending that on Friday. So it took a while, but I got through it, and I'm getting good responses with that. So my next tips are all on searching. I never rely on people who like my posts or follow me. In fact, I don't even look. And that might be bad. Maybe I shouldn't do that. But I find that those people that like my posts are other coaches, right? Or it works or whatever. And so I find all my people. And so the way that I do that is by searching for them. And I search in 3 different ways. Number 1 is by location. So kind of like Chelsea's tip, she looks at local gyms. I'm actually trying to still find more people in Canada. So I asked one of my Canada friends, what are popular gyms in Canada? And then on Instagram, you can search by places, and I searched for that gym. So I'd search for like Planet Fitness, and then there's like Planet Fitness Toronto, Planet Fitness Nova Scotia, things like that. And then when you click on that, all the people who check in there, their posts come up. And so then I comment, and a big way that I form a friendship is by finding the people who do Instagram stories, and I comment on their story, because there's that little easy like send message. You just tap it and say like, oh my God, great workout, or love your workout shorts, where are they from? Little things like that, because I find Instagram story people are much more active on Instagram, and 9 times out of 10, I'll get a response if I message them first from their story versus a blank message, like out of the blue. So that's how I search by location. And think big, you guys. If you are into baking, I've searched for cafes because I like coffee. Or if you like baking, you can search for bakeries and, connect with other bakers. Or if you like dogs, look at dog parks, and see who people who are bringing their dogs to dog parks. So that's a really great way that you can find lots of people all over the world. You can do this for the UK launch as well. Next search that I do is by unique hashtags that relate to one of your most recent 3 posts. And what I mean by unique is not anything health and fitness. You can do that. But my favorite example, and I don't think Alyssa is on right now, but Alyssa is a coach on our team, and she was finding a lot of people just using like hashtag fitness, hashtag wellness warrior or something. But then I noticed on her page, one of her most recent pictures was a tattoo of her and her friend on their wrist. They had matching heart tattoos, or maybe it was like one half of a heart on one friend, the other half of the heart on the other. Anyways, she used in that post the hashtag matching tattoos. Click on hashtag matching tattoos, and you're going to find everybody else who has matching tattoos or friendship tattoos or anything like that. So it's not health and fitness, but instantly you have a bond between the matching tattoos. Or let me just think of something that I did recently. So my morning post, I have the coffee cup with the hashtag, or and it says wifey on it. So I could search hashtag wifey coffee mug and see everybody else who has wifey coffee mugs. So get creative. Don't put yourself in a box. Like, it has to be a certain way. Every post is different, and every post you have new avenues to search for hashtags. So, and the reason why I say make it relate to one of your first three is because that's how you form the friendship, right? So if Alyssa did hashtag matching tattoos, but that post that she did was 3 months ago, people are going to go to her page and be like, why is this girl talking to me? You know, or if I never showed photos of my dog, but I searched for hashtag dog obsession and I start talking to them about dogs, they probably wouldn't even respond to me because they're like, does she even have a dog? Like, this is so weird. So make sure that it's relatable to you and relatable to one of your top 3 posts so that you know they're going to check you out. They will. And they're way more likely to respond if you actually resemble what you're searching for and what hashtags you both are using. All right. And then my last search criteria or search avenue is people who follow big accounts. So think of people of influence. This could be a religious person, an author, maybe it's just Jillian Michaels, big bakery accounts, motherhood accounts like Parenthood, or there's like huge accounts of businesses, even not even people, but businesses that are selling what's it called, like strollers. I don't know baby talk, but like they sell that stuff, and they've got like 500,000 followers. So I'll click on followers and I'll go through, and this does take a little bit of time because typically other businesses are following them. I'm not trying to work with other businesses. There are people from like Australia or Germany that are following them. So it does take a little bit of time to sort through, but click on the followers of Jen Sincero. If you love You Are a Badass, click on her followers and then go through and see who connects to you. I think it was Chelsea's tip. She's like, quality over quantity. Like, add quality people that you could actually relate to, not just 500 random people who also follow Jen Sincero. Jen Sincero, I wouldn't do, just throwing it out there, because I think she is so big in the Beachbody community and network marketing. But just as an idea, like if you like meditation people, there's Cheepak or something, some famous guy. Like, get creative. Don't box yourself in again. But yeah, I search for everybody. And then once I find them, I track them. I write down their name, because if you're not tracking them, you're wasting your time. You're not going to remember that you followed them. You're not going to remember that you said hi to them or commented on their post. So track them. And then I interact, which for me is liking and commenting on their posts. So, and it's more important to comment than to like. A like, some of these people are getting 80 likes on their photo, so me liking it does nothing for them. However, if I commented and said something like, oh my God, your dog is absolutely adorable, what's his name? Or the breed of your dog is so cute, is he a mix or is he one breed? Or, you know, like if you comment something that shows you're actually looking at the photo instead of just love this, like that, awesome, great job, that you're going to stand out because you're showing interest and you're actually following their journey. Then I message them and I keep the topic going, right? So if I found them on the dog park page, I commented on their dog post, and then I'll message them. Again, sometimes it's the same thing as my comment. Sometimes it's different. Like, where is your dog park? Or again, what kind of dog is it? How old is your dog? What is your dog's name? Blah, blah, blah. I'll message them and start that connection. And the same question that I asked, or I had Chelsea and Nicole talk about, is when do I invite? Mine's the same process as Nicole. I don't wait for health and fitness to come up. So most of the time, you guys, we're talking about dogs and wine, and then I'll invite them. Like, so totally unrelated. But I try and connect with them on 2 topics. So like dogs and wine, or the weather and we both got haircuts, or anything. Get creative, anything that you guys can talk about. And I get my topics based on what they post about. So if they're posting about their obsession with smoothies, we'll talk about smoothies. Or if they're posting about their obsession with yoga, we'll talk about hot yoga. And so my topics are limited to 2, sometimes 3. Again, you'll get the vibe. Like if they're saying yes, no, cool, I'm not going to invite them because I don't even want to work with a person like that. But typically people really vibe with you if you're finding the right people. After 2 topics, I'll invite them, and my invite is super casual. I just say, I have no idea if you're at all interested in this, but I'm hosting a virtual fitness accountability group where we're working out, eating healthy, and staying motivated. Would something like that interest you or no? So that way they could easily say no. And I'm like, okay, cool, no worries, it's not for everyone. By the way, happy Thursday, what are your weekend plans? And I go immediately back to connecting. If they are interested, I'll follow our scripts and just go from there. I think that's all I have. So what do you guys think? Do you have any questions on Facebook or Instagram? And is what you're doing working for you? Is this helpful? I muted everyone, so feel free to unmute yourself, or you can type in the chat box.
I do Instagram stories, and I get no comments on there. I love everything that you guys are saying, and it makes complete sense, but I hardly ever get people responding to my Instagram stories, unfortunately. Even if I like, what?
Do you ask for people to comment?
Sometimes, not super often, but even when I do, I don't really get much. But it makes sense. I don't understand.
For me, it's hit or miss. Like this morning, I did a post with my eggs, and I like them over easy. So I specifically asked in like the text, so you could see it, do you like your eggs over easy or hard or something? And I only got one person, so it's just one person. But with that hair thing, I got like 25 people. So I think it's just being consistent with asking for feedback. Sometimes you'll get it, sometimes you won't.
That's true. I could try. It's usually just what I'm saying. And I feel like people, because I do this, I think other people do. If it's like just videos of people talking, I just keep clicking through. So maybe that's what they do to me.
Yeah. That's good. So if that's what you're doing and you think people are doing that, make it like a question in a photo so that they can see it, and do it consistently. Because I think especially for smaller accounts, but really for anybody, the first time you ask someone for that, they're not going to do it. And then even the second or third time, they're like, she wants me to do what? Or she like really cares about like what I think. But the more you do it, the more they're going to be like, oh, this is fun to engage with her. Because also think that your followers might be like the fly on the wall. They're not the type that's going to message someone or participate in that way. What about you, Chelsea or Nicole? Do you have any tips to get more questions, I guess, or comments?
I like the photo idea because, yeah, if people do like talk, I'm like, next. Maybe even like do your question first before you do talking, or I don't know, something to where you're not just swiping through.
I try to keep the talking to a minimum because what Gretchen was saying, I totally noticed that when I'm watching people's stories, at first what they're saying interests me, and then I'm like, I have no attention span, so I'll just click through, and then it's like people miss so I don't beat around the bush. I just I just get right to it, and then I find I get a lot more interaction like that.
Cool. Thanks, guys. I'll let you know next time that I have like 50 people responding to all my messages or stories.
And you guys, I just saw Kate's comment that she needs to remember these things when she's finding new people. We threw a lot at you, a lot. And I will say, like, even with my 3 tips that I gave you of the 3 different ways I find people by searching on Instagram, I just do one each day. Like, I will just, like, maybe today I'll search by location. Tomorrow I'll search by hashtags or something. So write all these tips down that you got, and then just choose one and practice it. And if you like it, like, I love Instagram. I hate doing things on Facebook. So I'm sticking with Instagram. But so you'll start to see approaches that you really like or really don't like, but practice all of them and see what works best for you. Be more mindful of not just adding people. Initially, I would add anybody, and I would invite anybody, and I'll tell you they are the worst people to work with, and they quit because they're not your person. So it takes time, especially when as a new coach, it takes more time. You'll get used to, like, you'll know soon who like your person is, but it's worth it spending the time to find quality people.
When you're searching for people on Facebook, the way that you said you do you ever shy away from people and don't like comment and build a conversation and stuff when they have a large following? Like, do you have a number that you're like, okay, that's too high, I'm not gonna connect with her?
Is that for me?
Yes.
On Facebook or Instagram?
I'm sorry, Instagram.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what is my limit? I'll talk to people that have up to around like, well, I think it depends on how many likes they get. Because there's lots of people that have like 4,000 followers, but only 82 people like it. So I'll talk to those people. But there are other people, like this one girl I'm following, she has 1,000 followers, but 500 people or more are liking her stuff. So I think it really depends. Initially, I was limiting myself to only following and talking to people that had like 300 followers or less. But then in one of the trainings I was in, they said, find those people of influence, because if you can get them on board, like that one girl has 500 people that like her posts, she would be way more effective as a coach than someone who has 100 and you have to teach them to build up their following. So to answer your question, I'd say probably 2,000 is my max that I'll connect. And sometimes just for fun, I'll throw it out there to a big account, and every now and then I'll get a response and they're not interested. But yeah, so around 2,000 was my max. And I typically try and find people with a couple hundred followers. Yeah.
Have you run across on Instagram, this happened to me more than once, where I would be chatting with somebody for a while, a couple weeks or whatever, and then all of a sudden on their bio, in their Instagram bio, it says like no sales, no shakes, no pills, no this or that. Do you still like reach out to them and like offer them the opportunity, or are you just kind of, because I have a couple people that I'm at right now where I've been chatting with them for a few months, and now all of a sudden their bio says, you know, no shakes, no business inquiries, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know if I should, I mean, I've built a relationship with them, so I don't know if I should just not throw them aside, but not offer them like the opportunity.
So it didn't have that when you first started talking with them?
No.
I would probably, if the conversation isn't going anywhere and you're kind of at a dead end, I would say, hey girl, I noticed that you put this in your bio. I'll totally take you off my list. Just wanted to throw it out there one more time because you were interested in the past. Are you ready to sign up? And if they say no, I mean, I still wouldn't take them off my list, but I wouldn't prioritize them. Yeah.
Yeah, they're on my like mass, because I do one thing a day as well. So they're on like my mass invite list as well for the next day or so. And I don't want, I mean, if I put that on there, I wouldn't want somebody asking me. So.
But it's different since you already talked to them. Like, I do stumble across people that have like no shakes, no coach needed. And for them, I won't reach out to them whatsoever. But I have had people that reached out to me and it says no shakes, no coach, no blah, blah, blah in their bio. So I think that they're open to it. It just needs to be at the right time. And if they've already talked to you about it, I would give them one last, hey, are you interested? If not, I mean, especially if you don't know them, have them unfollow you. You know, it's their loss. I'm just like don't care about, just use that to fuel your fire to find 2 more people or however many people you lost that day.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I ran across it a couple times and I wasn't sure if I should just not, because like I said, if I had that on there, I wouldn't want people asking me either.
Yeah, but since you already talked to them, I would do one more and kind of like make it your ultimatum. Like, I'll take you off my list because I see that you don't want anyone messaging you. But since you were interested before, I'm throwing it out there one last time and then move on. Any other questions or comments? No.
Yeah, Sam, I wanted to ask you, since you also use Instagram, because I don't use Facebook for my business. Now, I like find people by the hashtags, and then I send them, like, I'll like a couple of things, comment or whatever, and then I'll send a message, like based off of a picture or something. And if they, like, my question to you would be, do you follow them right away? Because I haven't been doing that. Like, I wait, and then when they message me back and then we connect, they automatically follow me. So I'll just follow them right back. So I don't know if I shouldn't be doing that, if I should just follow everyone or what.
I only follow my ideal prospects, and I'm finding more that I'm finding my ideal prospects, so I will follow them. But if I'm just searching and like I just need to send out some invites or not invites, but send out some new connection messages or something, and they're not really my tribe, my vibe or anything, then I won't follow them unless they start to show an interest, and then I'll follow them.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. So I think what you're doing is fine. And if they're following you first, that's really awesome. I don't think I get that very often.
Yeah, I search the hashtags for a lot of cat related things because I'm obsessed with my cats. Mm-hmm. So all it requires is you to like literally say something about how cute their cat is, and they will like write you a novel about their cat, and then we talk forever. So they follow me right away, and I'm like, okay, cool.
That's awesome. All right, so I'm just going to address that whole, the 10% savings, and if you guys have more questions after, we can go through that. And I should have read the FAQs before this just to make sure everything I'm saying is the exact truth. But the Beachbody is taking away the 10% savings for club members. The reason that they're doing that is because they didn't see any spike or benefit in terms of people signing up as club members for the savings. Like people would sign up for it anyways, and a lot of people didn't even know that they were saving. What happened is when people sign up for a challenge pack, not as a coach, but as a customer, and they were also signed up as a club member, which saved them 10% every month. But they didn't even know that they were getting 10% savings. They just wanted the challenge pack. So that's why they're getting rid of it. But also it's a coach incentive, because on our end, if I were to get an order from a club member who ordered Shakeology, I'd only make 15% because they saved 10%. Whereas if I were to get a shake order from a customer, not a club member, I'd make 25%. So now by removing the 10% savings, which didn't improve or decline business at all for Beachbody, coaches now will make 25% on all orders. So that's actually a really cool thing for us. And then in terms of how this translates into our team, discount coaches are not impacted. They save 25%. So now it's just for our customers that want to get Shakeology recurringly. I think I have a couple club members that get it for $119. It's $132 regular, $119 as a club, or around $100 as a coach. So I'm just going to be reaching out to all of my club members and telling them it's going to be bumped up to $132, or you can become a discount coach and save $32 and it's around $100. So it's kind of like it's either save 25% or nothing. So does that make sense? And for those that know more than I do about it, is that correct?
I think they're sending emails out to everybody too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd probably be best if you approach them too, in hopes that you get them as a discount member now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think
I'm sorry, but what's a club member? What's the difference between that and a discount? I'm so confused.
Exactly. Like nobody even knows what it is anymore. So there's customer, and then their club member. Before Beachbody On Demand, you could be a club member, which granted you access to additional resources on the website. That's it. And 10% off. And I think it's, to be a club member, isn't it $15 a month still? Yeah, so it's $15 to be a month to be a club member and save 10%, and grant you a little bit of extra resources on the website. And then it became, once BOD came out, it was you have access to BOD and you'll save 10% and still pay $15 a month. So, and it was like a different sign up too. Like I never signed anybody up that way, because it was like, if you're going to pay $15 a month, why not become a discount coach and save 25%? So it was basically just the next level. It was like free membership, intermediate, and then coach. Whereas now it's just going to be free or coach. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm just trying to like figure out in my head, because I'm just confused with, I guess, just signing people up in general, and that's like a totally another topic. But like, so this club member just disregarded because now it's just like not there. So your options are to sign up as a customer or a coach, right?
Yep.
Okay, and the difference is that basically you're just paying more for Shakeology each month if you're getting a challenge pack, but as a customer.
Yeah, and so I have it included in that Sam's script/snippets file. What I send every prospect before they sign up is you have 2 ways to sign up. One is a customer where you pay $160 today and full price going forward, or 2, a discount member where you pay $160 today and you'll save 25% going forward, which is a savings of about $40 on your shakes alone. And if you want, I can teach you how to share your fitness journey and earn a second income as a coach. So, and I lay it out there, and then they get to decide, do they want to be a customer or coach? And the coach and discount coach is the same exact sign up. It's just what they do with it. So discount coaches won't do anything with the business, whereas actual coaches will start promoting their fitness journey.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep. There was something else that I was going to bring up, and now I don't think I can remember it. I did see that the Clean Week, which was initially going to start September 21st, is now moved to October 3rd. So if you don't know what Clean Week is, it's a brand new program that's being launched by the new trainer that won the 20s, and her name's Megan, I think. And it's just 1 week that is free access to on demand, and you pay for the sampler pack of Shakeology, and the workouts are all moves from other programs, and she lists out like, this is the move from 21 Day Fix, this is the move from Body Beast. So it's kind of like planting the seed of other programs, and like I said, it's 1 week free access to BOD, whereas now it's the 14-day trial and they're automatically charged if they don't cancel it. So this is completely free, no worries of being charged after. Comes with the Shakeology sampler pack, and these groups, you guys, are run individually. So this isn't like Sean Week that Beachbody did, or the Week of Hard Labor, which is after Memorial Day. This will be individual. So we can either all do like a Fit Vibes Tribe team one or individual ones. I'm going to think of a name other than Clean Week because I think every Beachbody coach is going to call it Clean Week and we want to stand out. But just wanted to throw it out there. That's launching October 3rd now instead of in September.
Is that something that's going to be on BOD, like continuously? So like in November, if I wanted to do a group, I could do that, or January or whatever?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I'm in.
Oh, sorry, I just see Amanda. Is it easier to use Instagram or Facebook? So Nicole, what would you say since you use both?
I guess because I'm just so used to Facebook and I feel like the messaging system, I can do everything on my computer, that I prefer Facebook, and I'm like so hesitant and like about Instagram and switching over. But that's just me. I think it's really just personal preference. I know other people Sam uses Instagram and rocks it and loves it. So it's the whole having to like use your phone and then track over onto Asana on desktop that like throws me off completely.
Mm-hmm. I do think it takes, the reason why I don't like Facebook is I had a really hard time finding people I wanted to connect with, and I didn't want to spend a time participating in groups, whereas I can just go search hashtags and find people. But it does take time to find the right hashtags, because initially all new coaches run into this. You find other coaches and you find Herbalife people and all of that. So it took me a while to transition to Instagram, but I just think it's more fun. I say do whatever you're having fun with. Like if you love Facebook, start there, because Instagram, there is a whole new mindset, a whole new strategy over there versus Facebook. So I don't know if that helps. Does anybody else use both, or you're like sticking to one? Anybody uses Instagram? I think.
What was that question? Instagram.
Oh.
Just what platform?
I missed your question.
What platform do you use on social media?
I use Instagram 98%.
And you know what? YouTube is your best friend. I started on Facebook. I built my business on Facebook. The first 2 years, I was only Facebook. And I learned almost everything from YouTube. So I just YouTube like how to find people on Facebook or how to connect with people on Facebook. Did I pause? I'm okay. All of you were frozen. I was like, if everybody's frozen, it's probably my computer.
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're fine.
Yeah, so just YouTube, like whatever you're struggling with in anything in your business, there's a YouTube video for it. So. All right, anyone else? Any last minute questions, thoughts, concerns, ideas? No? All right. Well, that is all we had. I caught the second half of the recording for this. Thank you guys for hopping on even without me being there initially. And I hope you all have an awesome night. Bye, guys.